Viewers, this is to notify us that Lagos State government has commenced removal of shanties on Lagos Coastal Road in Megun, Jakande. Why I am bringing this to you is that Lagos State has initially given warning that they are coming for demolition and removal of shanties, but now they have started it. Well, I know that earlier on yesterday I brought to you that Lagos State wants to, and they have given notice, but now they have started the demolition after the lapse of this warning that they gave to the general public of those people living in that area. Well, the same thing, the same story everywhere, and Anambra State is not a different scenario. Anambra State has similar issue, and they are fighting hard to stop the springing up of shanties and illegal structures. Yes, in as much as the government of any state is trying to regenerate some of their lost areas, it is still very important that they look into the causes of these things. And why I am bringing to you what is happening in Lagos State now is to let us know that this problem is not just in Anambra State, that is, it's all over the cities of Nigeria, Africa, and the world at large. So, but where the problem lies is that when nothing is being done to correct the problems, that is where the problem is. So at every point in time, the government, people that are concerned, they will always do the necessary things and the needful to make sure that things are in order, to ensure that laws are being obeyed. That's why they have to go on enforcement, on the removal of these shanties and projections and things that block the places they are not supposed to build. Well, having said that, I am going to give the more detailed information concerning what is happening there at Lagos concerning the demolition of shanties and those illegal structures, as they have earlier warned. Earlier there was a warning towards that. So Lagos State government on Monday, just this Monday, commenced the removal of all illegal shanties, though there is no shanty that are legal. Probably shanties are supposed to be illegal, or you can say illegal structures. That is structures that litter the Lagos Coastal Road at Megun Estate by Jakande in the Lekki area of Lagos State, reiterating its commitment to urban regeneration in the state. You see, like I said earlier, the same story in Anambra State. You hear the governor talking about making Anambra State a smart mega city. I so much believe in that dream, honestly speaking. That's why I make out time also to point some things that are not going on well, with the governor or with the projects presently, and the ones that are well, we give it thumbs up and then we proceed. So everybody is talking about urban regeneration in their state. And Anambra State is not going to be left out. Anambra State is fighting tooth and nail to ensure that they are part of it, having in mind of the special target of the governor of the state. Then let's proceed. The State Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, that is Lagos State, Tokumbo Wahab, revealed this during his visit to the scene of the enforcement alongside state officials. He informed that several sites have been identified for the state and need to be recovered for proper regeneration, as these sites are gradually being converted to environmental slums within the city. Well, that is proper monitoring of the city, and Anambra State is doing the same thing: removal of slums, regeneration of our cities, and a whole lot of them. But one thing I need to stress in this aspect of the works that are going on and the removal of these shanties and the rest is that it has to be sustained. If there is no sustenance, there is no need removing them, because within a short period of time they will spring up again. At least I have witnessed that several times in some states, not only in Anambra State. So the thing there is constant enforcement. After removal, after some weeks, still go around to ensure that everything is in order the way they left it, and that is the way these things will work. When people get used to it, when they know that government is serious over it, you see that they will stop. People will look for proper way of establishing the things or whatever they want to establish. So let's continue. He said, that's the Tokumbo, he said that the regeneration of the state will be done by the Lagos State Development Plan. And hence, the reason why the demolition of shanties is on. Well, I need to let you know that we are in Onitsha. We are in Onitsha and we are moving inside Onitsha. And we are observing the shanties that are around and inside Onitsha. Another thing about this shanty is that this issue of signboard, incessant display of signboard, it has to be looked into. If possible, I know it's a way of revenue generation. Government should find a better way of people displaying the name of their businesses and a whole lot of them. I don't want to start talking about the electricity that are scattering everywhere. But this electricity of a thing, if it can be get done to be underground, I bet you that we have gotten 30% of neatness of environment within our city. And hence, the reason why the removal of shanties is ongoing simultaneously in other parts of the state, such as Ijora, Underbridge, Obalande, Underbridge, as well as Orile area of the Lagos State. So I think what Lagos State does is that they will map out some areas they want to attack. They will go there, sting the area, demolish the shanties, and once they are done with that area, they can focus on another area. I think that is the way they do it. They go there with armed police and a whole lot of people. Then let's continue. The commissioner spoke through the permanent secretary, Office of the Drainage Services and Water Resources, Engineer Mahmoud Adebite, added that it is expedient that residents must respect town planning laws and abide by its provisions. Well, the springing up of shanties and all these things that are against the law, actually, these people are supposed to be prosecuted. If you go against the plan of the state plan, people are supposed to be prosecuted, but they usually end it at the demolition level. So that is it. Let's keep going. Anyone trying to alter the original urban development plan of the state will not be tolerated. People cannot be allowed to do whatever they like. Lagos State must not become a jungle, he said. Well, right here now is Basilica of the Most Holy Trinity. That is where we are. So let's finish up with our explanation on what is happening in Lagos now. Then he maintained that the government remains resolute in the drive towards environmental regeneration, adding that the ongoing demolition exercise across the state will send a strong message that all government spaces will be governed and manned. This place is All Saints Cathedral, Anglican Church in Onitsha. So, but we are moving towards Awka Road Junction by New Market Road and Oguta Street. That is where we are approaching. If you see the elephant tusk, it was really Obiano that built it. It's quite an edifice. It's quite a nice one, and you will appreciate it more when you come there live and you see it. So let's proceed. Wahab mentioned that before the commencement of the enforcement exercise, the state government carried out an inventory of buildings possessing legal documents, and these buildings have been numerically identified and will not be pulled down. He said the government has been satisfying occupants of illegal shanties and squatters close to the regional road alignment to relocate the area since the year 2022, stressing that some of the buildings were dilapidated and this informed their demolition. The commissioner explained that most of these squatters were found not to be captured in the Lagos State Resident Registration Agency (LASRA) database, and it is worrisome for any government to not be able to account for the residents and be able to provide social amenities for them. Wahab emphasized that the indiscriminate springing up of shanties and illegal structures serve as hideout for criminals as well as the destitute who roam about the streets in the daytime and perpetrate crimes at dusk. In fact, he has mentioned what I really want to hear. It's just that the environment, this part of the world, don't rehabilitate people easily like that. Everybody is struggling to survive. If not, in a well-functional society, all those people are supposed to be taken care of by the government. Some places, government pay them. They will live in a decent houses as if they are working, and that is the way it's supposed to be. We should be talking about aiming towards that level. No, that's why I said these things have foundational problems. It's not just shanties and the rest. Yes, it's good to remove shanties, but have we looked into the foundation, the reason behind those shanties and the whole lot of them? That is where the problem is coming from, and that is the root, the tap root of the problem. Once we solve the tap root, all these things will disappear on its own. I know in the developed countries, if you don't work, if you are not working, government will be paying you as if you are working, and you will be living very comfortably. Well, nothing is impossible. I still believe so. If gradually the government of Anambra State and Nigeria as a whole we start working towards that, it's not going to be an easy thing, but it is still workable. Nigeria as a whole has its own problem, foundational problem. So, but until we solve that foundational problems, then we start experiencing progress. I believe that many of us understand what I mean. Well, we are gradually coming to the end of this discussion, but let's round it up. That's Wahab, recalled that the state government recently issued a 4-day relocation notice to all squatters occupying illegal shanties around the Lagos coastal roads in Megun, Lekki axis, adding that the allegation by squatters of not being issued relocation notice was baseless and untrue. Well, I don't know if I can say more than what I've already said, but until I come your way next time, I say bye for now.